Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space, Rise from the Ashes. Sorry about the long break there. There was a con, and then they got sick, and other people got sick, and then there was an explosion. Not really. There wasn't really an explosion. There was kind of a lack of explosion, honestly. I had some writer's block at the beginning there. But we are back, and we are rocking and rolling. A few orders of business here. First off, if you enjoyed our Tales Across Talks Across Time and I'll get the name of my own show right. I'll get it right eventually. Talks Around Time and Space from last week. That is going to try to be a monthly event, but it's not going to take the place of one of the episodes. It just so happened that I wanted to try the format, and we had lack of schedule, and I didn't want to run Jackbox yet again. So that's going to be something. These new shows are probably going to be coming up on Monday. Speaking of, this coming Monday will be the first time we will be doing Community Jackbox, where we will be running our stream games in an open voice channel, so you may come in and join us on air. Now, we are going to expect you to have somewhere around the same level of decorum that we show on the stream ourselves, so it is a privilege, and if it winds up that you abuse it or say anything, I will be very quick with the ban hammer on that one. Not necessarily off our Discord server, but you will lose it is a privilege, not a right, to get on the air for that game, so just letting people know. As always, I probably should have said this early on. I am Thomas. I am your game master for these games, and I am joined by...
Hello, I'm Queen Rose, and Thomas, we need the link.
Right, the link. He comes to town to save the Princess Zelda.
And the link. He says today, Hallelujah!
You can tell it's been a bit since I last did these kind of things.
I am Alira Zavarius. I am the Drakehoof Paladin of Life of the Hearth Queen.
Carl. Okay, I think Carl's AFK at the moment, so
okay.
We'll just skip him for...
Wow!
Oh, it was your turn to intro. Okay, unfortunately, you're having some...
my ears are still bleeding. It's quite nice. Not.
Yeah, we're getting every other word here.
Straight from Cybertron.
You're a robot, Carl.
Stop all the downloading. Sorry, you probably were saying some pretty on-point jokes about the screaming from last week, but unfortunately, we only heard half the words. So yes, that is Carl, player of Onyxio. So, Marble Hearts next. Jane.
Oh yes, I am Jane, and I am confused. I don't want to hurt myself in my.
Oh, don't worry, I have the yellow flute.
Oh,
Okay, people, if you're using the automatic voice thing, I think we need to make sure that that it's adjusted so you don't get cut off by your own while you're still talking, because I am noticing that it's becoming increasingly common here.
Oh. Well, then let me take my time. Hello.
Okay. That's...
Alright, is this better?
Yeah,
just testing the lag.
Yeah. Okay. One day we'll do an introduction, and one day it will
One
actually
day
go
we'll be
without a hitch.
professionals.
There will not be
Okay.
shenanigans.
That will be the final episode.
Did something happen?
Nope. Last introduction here. Now go ahead, hun.
Thank you. I am Kitsune, and I play Echo, the seahorse.
So a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, we last left our intrepid heroes as they were had been investigating around town as there was a break-in at Quiet. One day I'll remember these two characters and not get their names mixed up. No, Gentle Wing and Quiet Breeze. Quiet Breeze. Okay, Quiet Breeze, yes. The Ghost Pony Quiet Breeze. This is the library. Alero quickly jumped in to investigate because he had loaned a book and he may in fact fancy the librarian. No one's saying, though. And there was nothing seeming to be taken, or in fact there was a few things left. A cigar butt, a cup with lipstick from the Loungerie, and a monogrammed napkin from the restaurant The Jester's Delight. In a classic role-playing move, the party decided to split the party. Everyone survived, to everyone's surprise.
That's not over yet.
Yay.
Everyone's group discovered a strange individual had visited all three places, though they were not able to collaborate the story at this point. Additionally, completely independently, Echo had ended up at one of the locations and doesn't really know what's actually going on, to be perfectly honest. But she did find a very laconic Phoenix Wolf captain who is also a smartass and apparently well liked by the players.
Just a wee bit.
As we last left off, the party had, due to unforeseen and mysterious circumstances, aka the GM was tired of the splitting the party nonsense, ended up coincidentally reconvening around a corpse of a child who looked like they had been aged beyond their years, and was of course dead, as most corpses are. Just as they had found this thing, a cloaked figure had escaped, and the person that none of them particularly wanted to see at that moment, Dawn, the captain of the town militia, rounded the corner. And didn't take long to come to leap to a conclusion. That it was clearly this vain queen's fault. She just needed to figure out how. And that is where we join our players, as they stand in this alley, being stared down by the captain of the town militia. And as I stall for time to load in the new map.
Ooh.
Quick, anyone else have anything else stall-worthy to say?
Where's Detective Pikachu when I need him?
Yes, we need more Detective Pikachu, obviously.
Please.
I'm sorry, we
no,
can't
please help.
afford Ryan Reynolds.
Are you sure about that?
Oh,
He's quite expensive.
Are you
oh,
He's quite
Also
expensive.
for Danny DeVito.
ruining our plan for having a Ryan Reynolds.
Detective.
Okay.
Ultimate.
Anyways, so yes, we come. The camera opens on the thing with the view is from behind Dawn, her silhouette overlaying you three around and conveniently covering up the rather disturbing corpse. And as she fumes at Queen Rose and says words, I am not thinking on my feet today. I am not. I am a little out of practice here.
What are
So-
these words you speak?
Looking at
Are
you,
you
she.
high enough level for feet yet?
So yeah, she's shouts at you, saying that I knew it. I knew you were going to be trouble the second he forced me to let you into this town. Oh right, and as also the militia, some of her militiamen go forward with move forward to apprehend you. The lot of you. What do you do?
I'm performing a message check on
protection.
Well,
Okay, one at a time here. One at a time. What was the medicine check for?
I'm trying to figure out how the necromancy affected the body.
Clearly, this is some sort of false. You've seen this before, where some vain false queens before have tried to strip the youth from children to prolong their own beauty.
What?
Oh, so Queen Rose was chasing the kid to prevent him from getting away and telling everyone. Okay, that makes sure.
No such thing happened.
He rolled a
That was
1.
lingerie.
I believe it.
Oh, what have you done?
So right, so
Am I around? By the
oh yeah, everyone's here. Everyone's here. I forced the events to cause everyone to be in the same place.
I just appeared. I don't know where.
You know, you were following the screaming or running from the screaming. I'm not sure which one you were doing, but based on the screaming, you were moving towards this location. Which is good for the moment. By the way, the screaming has subsided.
Yay.
There is no antelope in sight.
That's right. This. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said there's no antelope in sight. Probably like one person who may watch this will get that. But that is worth it.
Okay. Dawn, it is a good thing you brought armed escorts. I am in need of protection.
I don't think they're going to be protection enough. As I start to move closer with my quarterstaff.
Can I see? I don't see. I see the corpse of the whatever it is.
It looks like it was a child.
And,
But it also looks like the child was extremely old. But not a halfling, just an old child. Which is weird.
You know, like Benjamin Button.
Ugh.
I'm sorry?
Oh, God, why?
I mean, that is actually
It's a good visual.
That is actually a good referential visual on this, actually.
I don't know. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. It was a movie about a guy who aged in reverse.
Yep.
No.
So yeah, all right. Queen Rose, you are finding yourself being clasped in irons.
Oh no, I'm a fae. Ah!
Exactly.
Okay.
Not cold
point.
irons, though they are cold.
I'm gonna
Not in that
admit-
way.
I'm gonna try to see if I can do this. Hold on.
Well,
That's a deep subject.
so what you know is the child has definitely had the life essences drained from him, hence by the deteriorating age. This is... You've only heard... The only reason you know as much is because of your particular patron's nature of being kind of an amalgam of those lost before the Blaze, because this is pre-Blaze level stuff here. This stuff is like lost... This stuff was like not even really well known before the Blaze, to be honest. Yeah, basically this is draining the life energy out of him for some purpose. A lot of people use it to fuel more powerful spells or stuff like that. Any other questions you want to ask to follow up on that, feel free to, because you earned it.
Okay, so I know it's from the old gods before the blood. I know it's some sort of necromancy that sucks up life, or maybe would it be known as necromancy?
It would definitely be a school of necromancy on this.
Okay. Make sure.
That would be enchantment, Trevor.
Would it be some form of necromancy that sucks life and makes you up?
Yep. Basically, someone decided to use this kid as a battery.
A battery.
Ew, that's terrible.
Gee, it's like it's a post-apocalyptic.
It's like it's probably one of the robots from Matrix. Okay.
Oh, obviously, Matrix robots. Duh.
And then, as the simulation starts cracking, we switch to paranoia.
It's not Queen Rose, it's a robot.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Dustin.
Me attempting to do the Matrix.
See, it cannot be Queen Rose. It is obviously a robot.
No one has said anything at this point. I'm just pointing out here. Other than Illyrio making threatening motions towards Queen Rose, suspecting her.
Queen Rose could not have possibly have done this. She was at the lingerie with Marbleheart. All day.
A likely story.
Of necromancy.
Honestly.
Have you studied necromancy?
No, actually, I do not have any necromancy spells.
Then you have not done this.
And so
And it would be the Clockwork who would be interested in taking the life from mothers.
all right. Dawn kind of looks at you askance here, but seems to kind of judge you on the up and right. And kind of judges you as a good judge of character, or in a case, bad judge of judging a good judge of character.
What about a bad good judge who judges bad?
Stop it! Far too silly. But it says
Queen
like
Rose has been framed. Queen Rose demands due process. Where's Queen Rose's lawyer?
I don't think she has a lawyer.
I mean, she's.
all right.
Come on.
I'll show
This
you.
is done by
Sorry, I'll show you.
someone who knows the old one. Before it plays.
Okay, I'll give you. Okay, stop speaking when I'm trying to speak here, Carl. It's like you chime in right when I'm about to speak. All right, sorry. You'll get. All right, I'll give you fair trial. Much more fair than you get your lot gave our city, and then everyone will see what kind of a charlatan you are.
Queen Rose is not a charlatan. She is a singer.
And she motions to one of them. She's like, all right, come on, bring him along. And gag the bleep. I will leave it to everyone's imagination what she said.
Do you remember?
That's our
But I'm willing to say that had Alero been near more sensitive ears, he may have wanted to cover them.
Oh, ow!
Wait, what?
That's all I'm saying. Is like that's the level of swearing that had been.
We got that. That's like nothing.
Dawn just bleeped. Though it was censored, so we're using our imagination.
Anyways, so
And that
No, I imagine I actually heard that she says bleep.
Yeah, whoa, yeah. Are we getting judged for like actually hearing someone curse?
Oh no.
Oh.
She said, remember, we can't use that word. But
All right, guys. Let's not focus too much on the little meta jokes here.
Okay. We'll focus on other things.
So yeah,
It's
it's
been 2 weeks. We need our silly moments.
we've had nothing but silly moments.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a party member who just got accused of murder, even though we know she is completely harmless. Or just mostly harmless.
She's not the
I
Earth.
can shoot lightning at you all.
You are not helping your case. But yeah, so the guards move in to roughly shove the party along. Aliro is being left alone in that regard, though they ask you to come along and bear witness.
No, you're gonna witness something, all right.
And so what do you guys do as they try to herd you along to the militia barracks to put on a surely fair and unbiased trial?
Obviously, this is gonna be... Like, come on, why would you think they would ever do anything other than a completely fair and unbiased trial?
Alright, so, like I say, if there is no resistance
is this
or...
my purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Am
What you
I
said
to
there.
be dragged along? I'm sorry.
Okay, being melodramatic. Got it.
Queen Rose is being loud and obnoxious through her gag.
You were gagged.
Yes, he is still going like.
She is still making that attempt.
Aliro, if I imagine you're walking up front closer to where Dawn is standing, and the more and more that Queen Rose tries to talk in spite of the gag, you see a twitch in Dawn's eye growing.
I already had dibs.
Dibs on
You?
what?
He just gives her a look.
No. That was an out of character. Like, I have no idea what you're referring to moment.
No one's allowed to smack her around before I am.
That is strangely possessively adorable.
It's not like you like her or anything, Baka.
It's not like I like the sound of my bamboo hitting her on the head.
Hey, it makes a good thudding noise.
It makes such a satisfying bog sound. Almost musical.
It's like there's nothing
Dude,
there.
that's his music.
Sorry, alright. Let's stop making fun of Queen Rose here. So yes. You are, the four of you, Onyxio, Marbleheart, Echo, and Aliro are put into a holding cell. Echo has actually been put in a separate one because there's, like, they grabbed you more from precaution than any, like, solid leads here.
Well, also I'm going to note that if there was anyone there that was probably going to try to rebel, it probably would have been Echo.
Okay. So, what is...
Wait, we're holding cells now?
So, did you do anything?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you doing then on the way there?
Let's see, basically fighting against the, are we tied up in ropes? Or...
Well, they're about, like, let's rewind to the point where they're trying to tie you up.
Yeah.
So they're approaching and kind of trying to cuff you or something and to lead you along.
Yeah. Basically fighting, biting,
Right.
hitting them with the
I heard
trident.
that wrong.
Alright, I'm just gonna have you roll your weapon proficiency on this one.
Okay.
Just click your attack button and we'll kind of base it on what roll you get here.
Yeah. Which...
If you pull up your character sheet and click on the trident, it should roll for that.
Oh, okay, my trident.
Yeah, I'm just using that as the generic roll because you're fighting. Yeah, you don't get the separate cell treatment. They put you down and disarm you and everything, and you're definitely considered part of the lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, one or two of them you could have handled with no problem, but they had an advantage of numbers, and they're not actually that shoddily trained.
Yeah.
So yes, but you're in the cell for a while. Aliro, you are given free reign. The group, you're left in front of the cell at the moment, but they don't seem to worry about you. So, what do you guys do in the moment?
How did you do it?
They left the gag in, but if anyone in your group wants to remove it, they are free to. Or real. Also, there is a inhibitor on your horn right now. I just realized,
I figured that's why I wasn't just going to go, I gotta use Mage Hand.
it just suddenly dawned on me, like, it won't affect your like actual magic, but it represses your racial magics.
Okay.
So yeah. So what are you guys doing?
Queen Rose is going to point at her gag.
Yeah, I assume Queen Rose is being very annoyed, and we're just kind of. I like to imagine my characters being rather quiet and patient, just kind of like. But I'm probably used to a little bit of this treatment because of my.
Appearance.
Gonna turn
it's. I thought better about this.
Alira's gonna turn to Echo and ask, "So what did you do?"
You saw what she did. I mean,
You saw what I did.
I thought she was elsewhere when they brought her in.
No, she fought when they tried to bring her in.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
She
it
wasn't
wasn't just
gonna
Queen
take
Rose
that-
who got apprehended. It was mostly everyone.
Yeah, I thought that was while she was still in the any port.
No, she had ended up with the group as well because of Flitterheart pulling her upward, so she was in the scene with she saw the corpse, everything. So.
Okay, never mind.
So, technically, we're just about as guilty as each other. Everyone just blames Queen Rose.
No, you are clearly guilty. Period.
You basically they view you as the ringleader right now.
Yeah, whoa. I don't know. I know we all don't necessarily understand her all the time. Queen Rose was with me the entire time. Accusing her, you're accusing me.
Yes, I am.
Do you think I'm that kind of person?
You think this person has the capability of doing necromancy?
Yes. I think anyone pushed to the right extent could be tempted, and who more so than a false queen and a clockwork.
Necromancy of the old god?
Queen Rose is going to point at Alero.
I'm surprisingly okay with us.
I find it telling about the party dynamics that no one has regardless of what side of this argument has considered ungagging Queen Rose to be an adequate option.
Oh, yeah,
No,
I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Aliro scoffs back. Of course not me. I'm a cleric of life. Our determined that
Life is just the flip side of the coin of death.
Are you certain of?
If I went that far, I would drop down dead. That sort of action would never be tolerable. by the hearth.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and ungag Queen Rose if I can.
Yes, you can.
Alright.
No, you can't.
No.
This is preferred.
Oh boy, here goes.
Do you try to stop? Does Echo try to stop Marble Heart from ungagging?
Yes. Yes.
Look,
We're all blood versus usually.
she deserves the right to defend herself as much as the rest of us.
But this will keep her shut up.
She can defend herself when she's on trial.
Well, apparently you don't seem to trust either of us. So I proceed to unmuzzle her.
Didn't she already try to defend herself?
So if it
And
okay,
you just threw us in here. I don't know why he threw us over here. It's realistic.
well, metagames wise speaking, you two, both Marble Heart and Onyxio actively jumped to the defense of Queen Rose, try to use logic where that had no business being as far as Dawn was concerned, and basically Echo resisted arrest. So that's why.
Mhm.
Echo is basically in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And she's
'Cause I don't like any of you people or anyone.
Angst.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
like you.
Pretty much.
Angst.
Okay, we are so silly. Oh, yeah, you guys probably actually want to see the map instead of my face here.
Oh yeah, that's just maybe a
might.
little bit of a helper here, so they can see all our pretty.
You know what, let's actually do this.
I'm
layout.
pretty sure there's some sort of club somewhere called the Emo or something, where instead of it says angst.
All in
I would see that.
rooms. They want
You know, that's how you measure that kind of you measure emos with an angstrom.
Ah.
All right. Anyways, enough puns on that topic here. So yeah. So despite your complaints, Echo, Marbleheart is going to ungag. Do you actively try to resist, or have you made your point and it was ignored and you're just letting it go?
I'm actively trying to resist.
Okay, I need contested athletics checks from the two of you, or acrobatics check. As you.
Really? Okay.
Dang.
So athletics, right?
Yep. Your dice are trying to kill you tonight. I'm just going to say that right now.
Hey, excuse me. Not as bad as.
Well, somehow she.
Well, to be fair, Echo is not a scrawny pony.
No.
She has a big tail that is muscly.
Also, you know,
And
she
it's
has the highest.
quite interesting.
She has the highest strength for a purebred pony in the group.
Yup.
Pure blood. Ha!
I had to add that qualifier because you are an anomaly.
Yes.
You are an anomaly who's an enigma.
Yes, so.
Thank you. I
Queen
take
Rose is just
pride
gonna
in
go
being
on
a
her back,
brute.
kicking
So-
her legs up in a tent.
Sorry, what'd you say, Dust?
Queen Rose is just gonna go on her back, kicking up her legs in a tantrum.
Yeah, so, but yeah, after a brief scuffle, Marbleheart ends up skidding across the cell floor to the other side before coming to a halt bumping up against the bed in the cell.
You mean Queen Rose, right?
No,
Come
no.
You're the one fighting.
Yeah. All
That's
Echo
what
has to
gave
do is
it
keep
up.
you away from Queen Rose to get her wish of her being at
Oh,
least
at
not.
the moment though, like he immediately stopped me. I tried to like do it again, and then she really does. And then at the point I noticed Queen Rose is flailing on the floor, so I'm just gonna kind of like, I'm just gonna like sit off in the corner.
What I can't figure out is when or how you did it.
Well, I guess you won't know because you aren't gonna let me or her. So guess you won't find out.
Suppose it doesn't matter in the end. The act has already been done.
It doesn't even matter. I tried so
alright.
hard. But I got
At this point, one of the guards comes in and says, the trial will begin, and cuffs you guys and escorts you to the trial room.
Do they take off my
Are
gas?
these really necessary?
Not yet. They are waiting to the last possible moment.
These are really unnecessary. Well, I'm not sure on the other. But okay, what? Never mind.
Yeah, no. Let's put it this way: no one can give an evil glare like a tiefling can.
Well,
So
but neither of us are
You
teeth.
gotta feel.
the guard is though.
This is just racial profiling.
No, I'm saying the guard is a tiefling.
Oh yeah, well,
That was what the point of that was. Is that yes, it's a tiefling guard.
oh okay. I got it now. It took me a while.
So yeah, so you are brought up to a room where there is what looks like to be like some older stuff from that may have been actually from an actual courtroom that was salvaged and brought here. It does not look like it was part of this room. Echo actually recognizes the person sitting behind the effective judge stand. It is actually the enhanced human you had met before, whose name I forget. I think he was just referred to as Lieutenant.
Yeah.
So, and one side of the room opposite from where you are led, that you see Dawn sitting kind of fuming a little there.
Mm-hmm.
She's grumbling under her breath, so
That's
if you would like to roll a perception check to see what she's saying, you can go ahead.
I can do that.
I'll try to do that.
May draconic ears hear everything.
So, yeah, I need to know something on a meta level. Dustin, who was the person we were talking to at that? Because didn't we actually go there?
Oh,
Taproot.
what?
Mm-hmm. Tap.
Yep. So, okay, Alira, the only person you're the only one who can actually make out what she's saying. Basically, she's complaining about the fact that she's not allowed to preside over her own trial that she's prosecuting.
So where am I shading?
So it's not quite as a hanged judge as it could possibly be right now. And as you are led to the seats, and if you sit down or choose to just stand, it's up to you. But Lieutenant just wraps the gavel. I really should have looked up what I named this guy. Lieutenant until I'm just gonna call him Lieutenant until
Lieutenant Dan.
No. He actually had a. I'm just gonna worry about it after this episode. Just trying to figure everything out. So, wait, am I getting chat? No, it's just telling me such professionalism. Ha ha ha.
What is this professionalism you're talking about?
Anyways.
Professionalism.
So yeah, he wraps the hammer and says, this trial is now in session. Prosecution, state your charges. Dawn raises herself to her full height. Still, Lieutenant is on a raised thing, and he is huge to begin with, so she is dwarfed. especially with her pony blood. But Dawn starts explaining to the room and to the judge that the group was found at the location of the child that had been missing since the initial bandit attack, along with with the exception of the cleric who has demonstrated a complete lack of knowledge on the situation, like not complete lack of knowledge, no association beyond the most recent events with the false queen. Everyone had acted in some way to defend her, so thus being accomplices. So, and she explains that obviously the body was drained by some sort of magical thing, and it's basically stating the accusation of the case.
And do you think?
And for a moment there, the lieutenant pauses and looks over at you guys and looks back at Dawn's side and like, where is the defense's attorney? And Dawn looks fuming furious and doesn't say anything. He's like, you said you were going to give a fair trial. That includes giving someone to offer defense to their side. Now, had they since the accused is now still gagged, I doubt that they had given their consent to defend themselves. So where is their defense? She's like, she whispers to one of the guards, and they quicken remove Queen Rose's gag, finally.
Oh, man! Yeah. We use his old sock.
Oh!
One of the guards looks away sheepishly. And if people look closely at that guard, one of his boots is askew, and may not in fact have a sock on one of his feet. So yes.
I know who. You're a disgusting individual.
So, Lieutenant looks down at Queen Rose and like, do you wish to have an attorney, or do you wish to defend yourself in this court?
Okay, out of character, I know like having an attorney would probably be better, but I'm just thinking, this is Queen Rose.
Oh God!
Yes, but Queen Rose isn't stupid, is she? Does she have intelligence?
She's vain, but I don't think she's stupid.
Well, that's the problem.
She's intelligent, she doesn't have any wisdom, that's the thing.
Yeah, and also I have to point out here, the nature of a false queen is that their needs are like pathological. It's like an addiction.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And specifically with being a vain queen, she'd have to concede attention from this entire room to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Right, never mind. Ignore me.
Queen Rose shall star in her own performance, thank you very much.
No.
Oh, Nixio just has his head buried in his front paws, like, oh no.
We don't need singing.
Crap. Oh,
we don't need singing in here. You had enough.
Queen Rose hasn't had the chance to sing. Everyone interrupted her.
maybe there's a reason for that.
Onyxio starts. I wonder if Onyxio is trying to connect the screaming to Queen Rose.
It's a fucking. There's possibility. He's just thinking, please, no. No more screaming. I had enough screaming in my ears. I don't want it screaming and singing, and it's something bad. I don't want it. No. It's out of character.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So, like, very well. Please present your side of the story.
Alright. Queen Rose will give her very skewed side of the story. That's like, no, she and her entourage were at the bar or the lingerie where she put on a marvelous performance of her song, earning a job, and then okay, this is me like kind of forgetting the way things are also. So like, bear with me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then
There's
they heard the commotion and ran over here with everyone else,
Yep.
meeting at the same time.
Are
And Queen Rose may say, while this child was missing, Queen Rose was fighting bandits, so she could not have taken this child.
well, it wasn't. I will point out, in meta wise here, that the child wasn't found missing until after the bandits.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought it. Okay.
after the what?
After the initial bandit attack to try to get into the bunker.
Mhm.
So,
How long after the bandit attack, though?
well, it's hard to tell when someone officially goes missing. Like, no one could find the child after the bandit attack, so you don't really have a solid timeline there.
Okay, but I would say Queen Rose had a pretty good alibi, considering like after that they went to
Yeah,
talk to people.
yeah. So, because basically the only points where, because Alero is trusted and can personally attest to it, so the only points where you need to do is after you split up at the library.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Queen
Alero.
Rose was with
Yeah. So, okay. He's like, who were you performing to in said establishment?
I forgot his name out of character.
Taproot.
It was Taprig?
Yep, Taproot. Short leg bartender.
I was performing for Taproot, the short leg bartender. How about Yay Hi?
Yeah, so, Dawn has an interesting look on her face when Taproot gets meant up. It's like, kind of like that, oh, not him, kind of look. Not the same look she gives, like, Queen Rose, but not a happy look about that.
Wait, can I insight?
Go right ahead.
Because I've got a gut feeling that he's
I
got
got a
a crush on her. Or something.
Got what? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said there.
Out of
crush.
character, my... Wait, who? Me or Dustin?
Trevor.
No. Out of character, my gut feeling is he has like a crush on her or something like that, and so it makes things awkward.
All right, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently that's what my character thinks.
Well, actually, no. Your character thinks is like, oh god, they used to date.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But no, as for you, Trevor, yeah, you can insight like that looks like a one-sided crush there. And maybe not quite just a crush. There seems to be like she's reacting in a way that you feel like there is attention from Taproot she'd rather not deal with.
Oh, actually, before I forget, Queen Rose is going to ham it up, so I'm going to roll performance.
Yes, you can finally use your freaking ability.
Because you have attention. You have the attention. Everyone's paying attention to your story.
All right, so can you drop the text? Because I actually have no idea how this thing works.
Yeah.
Because, every time it tries to come up, something happens. Okay.
That was our joke the first few episodes, yeah.
So you get to choose a number of humanoids or fae equal to your charisma modifier.
Mm-hmm. So, oh god, I accidentally zoomed in. Reset screen size. Okay, my charisma modifier is 3.
Alright, so you get to choose 3 people in this room to try to enthrall.
Alright. So, who seem like the... is there like a jury?
No, you... There's a
the
couple of
judge.
guards around here. There's a guard specifically watching you guys. There's Dawn, and then there's Lieutenant.
And the party.
And the party, yes. And Aliro.
Yes. So, Aliro's my biggest, like, naysayer right now next to Dawn, so I think I will make him, like, one of my targets.
Okay.
So I roll wisdom.
Yep, give a wisdom save against his spell save DC.
Shit. Okay. Damn it. I hate you.
Alright.
That's my good save!
Who else are you
So I
targeting?
guess next to Judge and Dawn. They're
Okay.
my,
I'm just so you being perfectly upfront here. Dawn is getting advantage on this.
yes, I know, but at least no one will realize I'm doing this if they pass, so.
Yep. Yeah, Dawn saves.
Hard enough. That's
Okay. I figured as much, but I wanted to at least attempt.
What's your spell save
What did the
DC?
others say?
My spell save DC. 13.
Proficiency plus charisma plus 8.
It also should just be in your spell section of your character sheet.
Yeah, it's 13.
Okay, yeah, no. Aliro is the only one who fails.
Okay, at least I got him back on my side, so
Wait, 15? You have 20 charisma?
I said 13.
I thought you said
13.
15.
You said 15.
Okay, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I said 13.
Okay, well, either way, still, the save is still made by everyone else.
Okay.
So yeah, so Aliro, you suddenly, the performance has motivated you and filled you with wonder. You you suddenly idolize and feel like you should speak glowing of them to anyone who talks.
Even though I think they're a necromancer.
You feel like they have. You may have feel like she was. You may think you may have misjudged the source of it. Like I said, you remember a false queen doing this before. It was just not exactly a distant leap to think that, oh hey, maybe this false queen was doing it. So you question your judgment right now.
You were racial profiling.
It's not
You
racial
racist.
profiling if it's true.
not racist
not
if
catch
it's right. Okay, Roman.
Wait, what? That's not right.
So
Hey, I'm like, I don't know how many 100 years old, okay? I'm gonna have prejudices.
Or you could be well learned enough that,
You don't have prejudice,
So
Yeah,
I
no,
I got one question here though, because on a success, I don't know if it's one of those weird things like, will Aliro know that he was charmed after it ends?
I do not think so, because that's like the one thing with this one is like.
Well, if it succeeds,
I would say no, if only because if a target succeeds on its saving throw, the target has no hint that you tried to charm it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
Yeah, why would it be
in
worse
his defense,
Okay.
if people who save against it initially have no clue, why would someone who is charmed have
Fair
an
enough.
idea when it ends?
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. So
I mean, like, I wish I could argue otherwise, but
fair enough. So yeah, basically, you feel like maybe you misjudged Queen Rose at the moment, though ironically, for reasons that you probably should judge her pretty harshly for.
yeah.
Queen Rose's like makeup is running, like as he like gives her sob story of how she just wants to
The best part is,
perform
I'd like
with
to
this
think that you
beautiful
didn't actually mess up your makeup. You used prestidigitation to make stuff just to specifically run.
house. Yes, exactly.
wow, ever the performer, Miss Rose.
So yes. So okay. So you enact that. So
She has like a handkerchief and like does the like trumpet blow like.
very well. would Taproot be able to collaborate to your story then?
He should be able to.
Dawn,
So
will you,
yes.
in the interest of fair trial, would you be able to send some Pegasi to, or other flyers to fetch Taproot? Okay, everyone can kind of see he almost broke face character, so to speak, and laughed at the moment. But you can, without even an insight check, you can tell he is amused by this development.
Like he's having to take a deep breath through his nose, not to keep a stiff upper lip.
Oh boy.
After all, he's supposed to be the professional.
What's wrong with him?
Dawn's eyes narrows as she looks to one of the guards. It's like, get the annoyance. They salute and quickly take off. Very well. We will adjourn for a brief. We can either, in the meantime, Dawn, you are allowed to call your first witness. She kind of like recomposes herself and like thinking like, okay, no, I still got control of this. That punk won't dare stare, like the kind of like the attitude like, yeah, no, that punk won't dare speak out against me. His annoyances may work in my favor for once. It's like, Did you ever tell Dawn your name, Aliro?
I think so.
All right,
There was just by my title.
Yeah,
It might have just been my title as Cleric of the Hearth.
I call the Cleric of the Hearth Queen to the stand.
He looks up from a small black book he was just starting to jot some notes in before he closes it, puts it away, and goes to the stand or seat or whatever.
Yep, it's just like, it's more like a small like fenced off area kind of thing to accommodate both quadrupedal and bipedal witnesses.
All right.
I'm glad I picked the right person to charm.
Well, you tried to hit all three people who honestly would have worked in your favor for that. I mean, I would have laughed out loud had Dawn actually failed. Because that would have been an amazing situation.
That would have been a horrible situation. That wouldn't have been any fun. Conflict is where everything's at.
Well, I know, but except for the fact that suddenly your most stringent opposition suddenly starts idolizing you, that's going to turn out horrible for Queen Rose. Everyone's going to think they mind whammy Dawn.
Oh, true. Alright, well.
Alright.
I go up there.
Will you please state your name for the room?
Oliro Zaveris.
Right. How long have you been in this town?
As of... He gives the time that he entered hours.
Wow, yeah, it hasn't actually been an actual proper rest time. I forgot how fast I've been moving on this plot. It's probably like...
Let's just say, was there a long rest-worthy time while we were in the jail, or...
No, but to be fair...
we had a long rest when we ate tea.
Yeah, I'm running rest on narrative time in this one. Just because so I can run these rapid fire events where they make sense to be rapid fire. So it's probably just about evening, honestly. Like the sun, like it's getting close to sunset.
Because we had eaten like afternoon tea or whatever with them, and that's when we had all gone to the library and then split up and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Around like 6 or so hours, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So you probably just came in this morning.
Yeah.
And all right, and you were among the group that had fought off the bandits at the heart of the town, correct?
Aye.
But from your own experiences, this seems to be just more establishing character for you to establish you as a reliable witness.
Mhm.
What is your honest opinion of Queen Rose? The so-called Queen, air quotes, Rose.
I'm smiling behind my screen here.
She's a
She
queen.
is-
She's very nice.
No. She is loud, boisterous, quick to claim the center of attention. However, I don't believe she intends it malicious.
You just see this smile just quickly just start melting into a scowl. I'm sorry?
If anything,
Good
what
luck.
What?
was that?
I was like, sure, louder. I'm sorry. It's just funny. It's just like...
It would help if I could still understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I could not parse that either, honestly.
I'm sorry. You didn't catch what I said?
No, I could not. We could
I
not
said,
understand what you
like-
said.
Okay, I was trying to say, like, say it louder. We're like,
Okay.
like one in the back, like, say it louder.
I got louder. I just heard cheer louder, so I was like,
Okay. Anyway, so what happened to what you were saying on the scene of the crime?
I said that I had seen previous false queens do something similar. And while it was easy to jump to the conclusion, there has hardly been time to actively keep pauses for a second.
Yeah.
My first question, if I may ask the prosecution questions, who is the child? Is the child well known or an orphan?
No. You. Wait. Okay. Sorry, my brain here is kind of going through my thing. The child was Brenton Bradley, from the Bradley family. His father is Charles Bradley, one of my militiamen. His mother runs a stall in the market. This is Dawn saying this, by the way.
Yeah. And he's just kind of thinking because it's like,
and unlike me, there is no hesitation in her citing this bit. It's like she knew it instantly.
Yeah, I know.
We got a character versus GM.
Yeah. Because he's like, because correct me if I'm wrong, the disappearance was noticed before we found him. No one else had seen him. And then suddenly he's in the streets after the spells or whatever evil ritual had occurred. That requires setup. Considering there has been... You alone have to admit at how outspoken Queen Rose is. I find it laughable that she could have possibly come here before today, have prepared this in secret, and then come today to enact the plan.
You are noticing a probably beautiful level of contortion in her face as she because you are completely.
My God, he's right.
You're right, and she hates it.
I also do love that, like, I can believe this is your glowing review of Queen Rose. Like, yeah, she's dumb, but
I can only conclude that if this was the act of a false queen, it was of a different, because he just kind of points off at Queen Rose like, does she look like she could shut up for 5 seconds? Unless someone is talking about her.
I like to think that when you point over there, the gag has been put back in her mouth.
Yes.
A cleaner gag, but no, that's
Okay, who put the sock again?
Oh, it's a different foot this time.
She slumps back into her seat and just mutters, "No more questions." Lieutenant turns to Queen Rose.
Last one.
Would you like to question the prosecution's witness?
I'm just like, Queen Rose is going to nod.
Alright. One of the guards kind of leads you up because they still don't trust you. There was no... You were not re-gagged. That was more of a gag.
It was a gag.
That was a good gag.
Okay, Carl, keep it PG-13 here. Anyways,
You've killed me. Congratulations.
so what do you are led up to the witness stand where Aliro sits. What do you do?
Alero, you seem to be... You have fought with Queen Rose, yes? You have seen the magic Queen Rose has... Sorry, I didn't...
Repeat yourself, Trevor.
Said, are you experiencing memory loss?
No, Queen Rose is being dramatic for the audience.
There is, the typical...
And by audience, she means basically the fellow accused, the prosecutor. Like, there's not a huge amount of audience, I assume. In this
There's a couple of militiamen in here kind of just there as witnesses kind of thing.
Yes. Queen Rose knows you fought with her. Queen Rose is just stating the obvious for those who do not know. This is how courtroom dramas work.
I'm sorry, what?
You swear that if Queen Rose goes on much longer like this, Dawn is probably going to snap and just try to strangle herself? Because at this point, Dawn is feeling like she's just being mocked.
Sure.
So you have seen Queen Rose's magic, and no, she does not have any necromancy spells, from what you have seen.
Inconclusive. Spellcasters can never cast all of their spells in a day. That's common knowledge. But
like a couple of the guards in the
from
back look
what
at each
I've
other like they're not sure.
seen,
They're not sure if that's actually common knowledge or not.
keep in mind, Aliro's a dragon
what
and
is
a
the common
spellcaster
knowledge?
himself, so he's a little prejudiced on what's coming.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was saying it for highlighting that fact.
Queen Rose is like, really? She's trying to think, could she cast all her spells in one day? Then she shakes her head and is like, but this, it's assumed that this magic is a very powerful sort. Does Queen Rose seem the type to know such powerful spells?
She seems the type to want to know how to cast such powerful spells. but I suppose she wouldn't yet.
And if she did, she would obviously show it off for the audience. Being a show pony.
Debatably.
Yeah, go ahead. Show. Get us all killed.
Next question.
I
Do
mean,
you think Queen Rose is beautiful?
You think I'm pretty?
Okay, can you type out your stat line for me?
This isn't the time for that.
No. He wants to see her stats for making the judgment in character.
Yeah.
Alright. Strength is 8, dexterity is 12, constitution's 14, intelligence is 14, wisdom's 10, charisma's 16.
Meh.
I like to think that you're just that curmudgeonly that the charming. This is as close as you get to idolizing people.
Well, okay. The problem,
Yeah.
like above board, she is literally as weak as a character can get. So no, she's not really attractive to him whatsoever. He's
I
a
know.
dragon.
But like I say, that's just my personal headcanon on this. Not like actual canon.
Okay.
Queen Rose slumps to the floor. No further questions.
And there's just this shot of the two of you both pouting effectively about what Aliro ultimately said.
Yeah.
Hey, I disappoint everyone equally, okay? I crush everyone's hopes and dreams. Thank you.
Actually, Queen Rose has one more
Should we give
question.
him the nickname Dream Crusher?
Okay, for comedic
Is it
effect
true that
here,
you
as
both
you...
done pole dancing?
well, that's actually what I was going to ask. Can you give me a d20 roll, Trevor?
Dream Crusher!
Yes!
As you are exiting the witness cage, one of your bags gets caught and a certain book falls to the floor.
What?
It's the book on pole dancing.
Yeah. I'll just kind of look at it, pick it up, flip it open to where I've been reading, and start reading it as I walk back.
And just everyone just
What
kind
do I have ashamed about? It's a book.
everyone just kind of stares at you, and just everyone kind of simultaneously makes a mental thing. It's like, I'm not gonna argue with it. You know what? The thing about it. Oh wait, Hearth Queen. Okay, that makes sense.
Every once in a while, you see him tilting his head and/or the book, and just gonna what?
A short while after you get there, the two Pegasus come in with Taproot. As he comes in, he is winking at all the female guards, and people and everything in the room. So, so you see.
Wait, so he's winking at everyone, including my who knows what gender character I am.
Androgyny.
Yeah, I said basically anyone that is presenting as female. So, and just gives an extra swarmy one to Dawn as he passes by, and it's just and she just continues to facepalm as this day gets worse and worse for her.
I'm gonna give him a polite nod when he enters.
Yeah, doesn't seem to give you any.
Hard to tell with my giant glowing red eyes. Beth and
Queen
scary.
Rose is leaning on the table,
Prosecution, defense. This is your witness.
Is Don gonna go first?
Sorry, no, defense. This is your witness. That's what was
Oh, okay.
being said there.
All right. Queen Rose will head up to the stand and basically say
they actually put in a stool for him to sit on, so he could actually be above the witness cage.
Cage.
Yeah,
like the box.
Yeah, it's like the witness stand, but it's more of just fencing, so it's kind of a witness cage.
Because it's post-apocalyptic.
A witness pen, could we say?
Yeah. They probably keep some of the kids there when they're not using the courtroom.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It's a playpen.
Chaperone. Could you please tell everyone you're meeting with Queen Rose?
Why, certainly, lovely.
And what time it took place?
Well, it took place at this hour, and then it went to this hour, and then there was that time we spent in the back room. But of course, what happens in the back room stays in the back room. But we came to...
I will mention I was not there for that. But I could guarantee they were in that back room.
We came to a business agreement between the two of us. I'm sorry, dear, he says to Dawn. It's just business. And she just looks like... Dawn just makes this like, oh my god! You little cretin! I do not want to deal with you!
And Queen Rose had no dead body of a child with her, did she?
Not unless you were carrying it inside you, but, I don't think it was there.
I never knew I would find such joy in here.
And
watching someone else in pain.
now, is there anything else you need of me?
Sorry, I was just like, my mind was like, don't make an abortion joke, don't make an abortion joke.
I think he already made an abortion joke, honestly.
Yeah.
Giggity.
This guy has interesting taste. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course. He is an enthusiastic character.
And he is so awkward for me to roleplay. I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Excellent. All the awkward.
Final question. Do you think Queen Rose is pretty?
I think all women are beautiful. And he kind of looks between both you and Dawn. And the smile does not waver in its genuineness.
But Queen Rose is the most beautiful, right?
Just want to say... The lieutenant just kind of clears his throat here.
I'm gonna if he glances my way, I'm gonna be kind of shaking my head like, don't do it, man.
Lieutenant actually clears his throat and take, I believe that is not relevant to the case at hand.
Oh. Good take.
No
Actually,
and Lieutenant turns to Dawn about to speak when suddenly the doors in the back of the courtroom burst open and a panting guard says that leans in and says, Dawn, Lieutenant, there's something that's landed on the beach. And Dawn, anyone who looks at Dawn at this moment has this look of, oh, thank God.
Any of them. All of them.
Oh, thank the thank the jester. You actually hear her say.
Yeah.
Onyx's gonna. You know what? I
I
never thought I would find such joy in my life. Watching so hard, but he.
It's like, all right, fine, whatever. Charges dismissed. Whatever. You guys, press gang, community service, just get now. Move. Get out of here. And guards kind of confusingly.
To the beach.
What?
Move these.
I said I'm gonna race her to the beach. I'm gonna beat her.
Echo,
Screw her.
Yeah.
what are you doing at this point?
Kind of just watching the mayhem before me.
Well, yeah, it looks like people are kind of
Yeah,
rushing.
I would imagine if
Shaking
my
my
character
head.
had popcorn.
Something arrived on the beach.
I think
where
due
you're
to
from.
the fact that something arrived on the beach, I've kind of just been thrown into a panic.
Okay, so are you changing your appearance then in the commotion?
Yes, because whatever arrived, I don't want them to recognize me.
Okay. So are you
Do we get perception rolls?
So are you going cosmetic? Are you changing species or what?
Changing species.
All right, give me a disguise check. That'd be charisma plus proficiency.
Okay.
If you have a disguise kit on your character sheet, I think that will be all you need to click on.
Let me check to see if I do.
Queen Rose has a disguise kit. Apparently.
Yeah, you should have that. It'll be under your passive wisdom and skills.
I'm looking.
It'll be on the left side.
Let's see, wisdom and then charisma.
No, below that you'll see there's if you scroll down your passive wisdom perception, and just below that,
Okay.
you'll see you'll see stuff about tools and custom skills. It's right to the side of your money.
There, I see it. I found it.
Yep. So just click on disguise kit, and it'll ask you to use, and just tell them to use your charisma.
Okay. Come on. See, I clicked on it.
Yeah, you clicked on the gear. You had to click on the disguise kit.
Okay, I have now. Yeah, I've clicked on it already. Like
Okay,
several
move
times.
your character sheet. There should be a little pop-up that appeared.
Again. Great, I did this
Yeah,
again.
that's why I have mine to advantage toggle, so you can just.
Well, it's
I
not
got
advantage.
it.
It's telling you what ability score you need to use because it's a tool
Yeah.
proficiency.
And what do you want me to...
Charisma.
Wisdom?
Charisma. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you make a pretty solid disguise for yourself. What species? What kind of pony are you showing off as?
Unicorn.
Okay. And are you following the commotion as they head down to the beach?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, everyone else is. I'm just going to say, just GM Fiat here. You guys are kind of getting swept up.
Yeah, Queen Rose is just prancing over there, like happy she's free.
I am also equally happy, but it does not display on my face because I am stoic.
Yeah. So
That's
as you approach the beach, you see over the sun is just passing to the edge of the horizon line, and so it's dim, but you see these glowing blue lights floating across moving across the water at what seems to be great speed towards the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And several of them crash and land, and then you see these bubbles of water form up around them. Echo, you recognize what these kind of things are. These are what are known as Aquarius orbs.
Yep.
They weren't finished when you had last heard of them, but the idea was these to be some sort of way to carry the more aquatic deep tide horses onto land and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it seems they have gotten some of the kinks worked out.
Yes.
And the militia men are kind of dividing off to deal with the other blasts when one of them crashes into the beach right near where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Causing us to change maps.
Okay. Calling it now Sea Enclave.
And yeah, so you see this bubble of water right there, and two deep tide horses start swimming into it, and their eyes lock onto your lot. And I would say roll initiative, but I'm kind of at the point of tonight where I feel like if we roll initiative, we're gonna get like maybe one round of combat in, and then be done for the night.
Yeah.
No, he can do it. I believe.
No, I think I'm going to make an executive call and say this is a good wrap-up point here.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
All right, time for end of session moves, guys.
Oh. Wrong
game.
Activate Dream Crusher.
I want to vote Clean Rose has earned respect.
Yeah.
Anyways, so join us on this Monday. We have we'll do our initial session of the Community Jackbox, where if you join our Discord, you'll be actually able to join us join our talking on the air and everything like that. In addition, and next week we'll continue with this game, ideally. Wait, no, we're not continuing this next week. Next week's American Thanksgiving, and I work retail.
That's what I was like. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. That's what I was about to bring up. I was like, wait a sec. Next week's Thanksgiving.
And that's a problem?
Yeah, no.
America!
Yeah, I work...
Possible. It's possible I'd be able to play next week, but I do have Thanksgiving plans.
I'll tell you, I'm not sure.
But more importantly here, the GM works retail.
Yes.
Yeah, that little detail.
Yeah.
How about Wednesday night? No.
So we're going to have a small hiatus due to the holiday. Problem with us running on Thursdays is we're going to run into that every year. So sorry about that. But we'll have the Monday. We'll be making up by doing a Monday thing, and I already got some cool plans in mind for the next Talks Around the Table in December, which, like I said, both of those things are probably going to be falling on Mondays, because I think that works best for me schedule-wise, and maybe with our players, too. I'm not sure.
Monday?
Maybe.
Giant monster trucks?
Anyways.
Yay, monster truck. It's
going
to be lovely. Everybody's there. Even Asriel.
Alright. So those two watching us in the past, present, and future, I bid you all good night.